Yeah. Yeah. In the first time ever I saw you, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars would have kissed you to the dark and endless sky, my love. To the dark and empty sky. And the first time ever I kissed you, I felt it move in my head, like the trembling heart of a captive that was there at my command, my love. That was there, and the first time ever I and found your heart so close to mine, and I never know my fear. And would last till the end of time. And will last till the end of time. And because ever I saw your face, your face, your face, your cannot tell you in all of this feeling. So get up and move to the beginning.
Okay, everyone, welcome, 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 welcome. I really just want to take this time to welcome you all to my book launch. It's amazing that you would take your Saturday off to be here with me, and I am so absolutely honored and blessed. And I feel loved that you have taken the time out of your busy schedule to be here, and we know that Saturdays are really busy, and we work Mondays to Friday, and we are here today. So I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. Before we kick this proceeding off, I'm just going to ask my evangelist Cynthia Morrison to come and just open with prayer for us. Thank you, evangelist.
Father, we want to thank you for this opportunity to be gathered here at the Hilton Hotel in honor and in recognition of Denise Ricketts and the work that she has done. Bring us here today, the launching of her book. We want to thank you, Lord, that the book that has been produced, it's been a long time coming. We pray that those who read the contents of this book will be inspired, will be encouraged, and as they read the contents and turn the pages of the book, will recognize that we are reading a part of Venice's story. And so even as we come here to recognize and to appreciate her for the things that she has done and what she means to each and every one of us here today, we just want to thank you that you have made this day possible. And so we just give you thanks in Jesus.
Amen. Thank you. You may be seated. I want to thank you all, as I said earlier on. You are from my life. When I look in the room today, I smile because I know you from different aspects. Some are my work colleagues, some are my church colleagues, some are my school colleagues, some are my university colleagues. It's like, oh, amazing. And I'm so, so happy. So my old boss is here. Oh my God, it's just like my sister is there, Jessica, she's here, she's amazing. And Denise and the counselor, George Cole, is here with us today. I literally twisted his wrist for him to stay here because he wasn't going to be here, but he decided to stay. But all of you who take the time out to come today, this evening could never be the same without you being here. And I am happy and I am blessed. So I'm here today to literally launch my books, but primarily the second book, which I wrote during lockdown, but it was coming before lockdown. The blue book here was written in lockdown, and myself and Karen has been like really trying to get the book out. But I remember Evangelist Cynthia said that we shouldn't allow lockdown to finish and we do not accomplish anything, because it was such a good time off for some of us. For those of who are in education and school, we get time off. We still have to do online, some of the time, but it was so nice to stay home. And I've decided to myself, I'm not going to allow almost 2 years to just pass by. I'm going to try and do something productive. But while during lockdown, I was privileged enough to help out a heap of 15 and 16-year-olds whose hormone was just going all over the place and going crazy in college and no GCSE and what we're going to do. And the conversation we had with them was amazing. And I was put with like 25 of them, and I had them for like 12 weeks, and that we just grew a bond. And it was during those times I was able to question them and talk to them and find out their fears about colleges and university and what are they expecting to do when they grow up as young people. Hence, we produce this book. Karen is a absolutely vital part of this book because she was there checking, going through, we were taking it through to the proofreader, but we wanted to make sure that we didn't have much errors in it before we sent it off to the professionals. I think there's two novices sitting down sorting out a book. But I am giving God thanks today that it is actually produced and it's here. And when Karen finished going through it, then I sent it to Michelle, and Michelle do her thing, and it was everybody getting involved, and we produced this book. And to date, I'm getting some really good feedback because it's really practical and it's for young people. And it is not a book, a manual for young people. It's just a step. There are many steps that young people have to take, but this is one of them that they can look to and get some inspiration. Hence why we produce this book. But I'm here to, this is Evangelist Cynthia talked about a part of my journey. And this book I don't talk about what I've gone through in this book, but the topics in this book will let you know what I've gone through. And I am privileged to have people from my school. They're there on the back table, they're here. Claire Olelan, she's been an English teacher for like 20 something years, and she just take my book and it was amazing. And I'm so blessed that the people that the Lord has put in my life as here to support me. I give God thanks for Denise. I like to give my vote of thanks and everything before the end because we get carried away at the end. I call on Denise anytime. The cake's out there, you're gonna amazing. Hence why I look so fat. This lady was going away on her vacation in December. She baked the best Jamaican cake. Now, before the lady wait until the 24th to give me the cake, she gave me the cake way before. On the 25th of December, I had no cake. I was just eat every day, and I'm like, girl, you can't do this to me. But don't worry. I always say to people, I don't try to lose weight January because it doesn't work. We'll do it sometime, some other time. So this book has been produced, and I have a few people that are gonna do a little bit of reading and then say why that chapter or that page or whatever means something to them. But this book has been partially part of my life. In 2018, I had 2 massive operations. In fact, I went in for a normal routine operation, what we call normal, because as far as I'm concerned, when you go in under the knife, nothing is normal about that. Because you don't know if you're going to come back out. But when I went for the operation, it went well, to my knowledge. And 8 days after, I was rushed back into the hospital, very ill, just couldn't do anything. And they found out that they cut a tube in my stomach. And that was just crazy. That landed me back into the hospital for another 6 weeks. That was like I was on my deathbed. And during the time, the things that a lot of things happened during that time, and my life sort of turned upside down. People who you thought would have been there to support you, turn your back. Could you turn it down a little bit, please? And most of you didn't know this, but I was homeless. I was homeless for a while. People think that homeless means that you're sleeping on the street. Homeless doesn't mean that you sleep on the street. Homeless sometimes means that you don't have your own place. You're staying on somebody's sofa or you're staying on somebody's bed. But it's not your place. And so I had to like literally reorganize my mind, my life, and to see how I am going to get myself out of where I was. And one day I was driving to work, but before I go there, I want to give God thanks for the people in my life. I have some good people in my life. You know, not everybody can say that, but I am blessed. There are some good people in my life, people who just constantly praying for me, people who supported me financially, emotionally, people are there, you call on them and they're just there. You don't even have to call. They know that Denise is there, I'm gonna sort her out. And I try not to be indebted to people because we're not supposed to. We just need to be grateful and give thanks and move on and hopefully we live our life. But there are some people that I hold so dear to my heart that I would hope that one day that if they should fall in that situation that I was, I'm able to pay it forward. And so I am grateful that you are here today because this book has meant a lot to me. I wrote this book because you will find out when you buy the book tonight, the different chapters that are in the book. And all these chapters that are in the book, they spoke to me differently. And we talk about things like do not settle. We talk about things like living in the moment. We talk about things like take responsibility, be accountable. Because sometimes don't cast blame, because sometimes we blame everybody else apart from ourselves. And the things that happened to me in 2018, I took the blame for what I did wrong, or what I presumed that I did wrong. But I didn't decide to sit down. I decided to move on and change my life and get up. And I was driving to work one morning. I felt so sad because I'm not one person. There are very few people I will tell about my sadness. And everybody always see Venice and she's so hype and happy. And yeah, Venice. Yeah, but as Black people and Jamaican parents, don't wash your dirty linen out a door. That means don't tell everybody your business. And so I've learned to keep certain things, but work towards what I wanted. And I was driving to work one morning and I was so sad. It was really sad. I was missing my mama and just missing my family. And I'm thinking, you're broke. And I was gonna say to myself, busted. And I'm like, hell no, you're not busted. And I've decided that I'm gonna get up. And when I was driving, the topic of this book, the name of this book come to me, get up, you can't die here. So Bernice Ricketts, get up, because I know that there was life after where I was and where I presume I was going to be. And I want you to, when you read this book, when you do get a copy, which you will get today, a copy, I want you to know there's life after everything that we've been through. We don't need to settle. We don't need to allow our situation to make us feel like we're less than. In fact, the things that we go through should strengthen us. It should build character in us. It should give us the push to go on. And so that's why this book is produced. We're going to have a few readings, but I want you to know that I wrote this book to motivate you. I wrote this book so you know that you can get up after every setback. I wrote this book because I decided not to focus on the past, but on my future. I wrote this book because I decided not to focus on what I can't do, but what I can do. I wrote this book because there's greatness inside of me. And there's greatness in all of us. It's just for us need to just talk and believe in ourselves. And what it is, Denise, to believe in yourself. Believe that you are more than. Believe that there's nobody else in this world like you. I used to say to the kids in my class, I'm the most beautiful diva in the world. And I am. And they used to love it. Like they come in the class and like, where's Miss Diva Ricketts? I said, she's right here. But you gotta know who you are. And there are times in our life when we don't realize the things that we can do because people, you feel like you can't do it. There's some people will make you feel like makes no sense you try that because you're not going to be good at it. There's some people will never motivate you. Oh, I'm going to write a book, but nobody in your family, if you're Jamaican, nobody in our family don't write no book. How comes you want to write book? No one in your family has ever written a book. But somebody has to break the mold. And I did. I'm grateful and I'm blessed because I know that whatever we set our hearts and our mind to, whatever determination we have in life, we can do it because I did. And it's not because I'm special, which I am, but we all have the desire, have desires, and we all can they all can be fulfilled if we just have the right people to just push us and somebody to believe in you. And you know, your dreams can come through. I'm living my dream. I'm living my dream. I can't even believe that I'll be standing here talking about my goals. I've just launched my website with my courses that I'm doing. I'm just giving God thanks because it's not because it was all easy, but it's because I was determined not to stay down, not to die. And I'm not talking about physical now. We're talking about literally, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because I know I have so much more to give, and it will be given to this world. When I die, on my grave or tombstone, it will say, potential all spent. Nothing will be in reserve. On that note, I'm going to call Claire Holyland, which is my English teacher, to come and read the part of the book that she chose.
You are not my typical audience, it was said. So, you've already heard I'm Claire Holyland. I have been an English teacher for over 20 years. Thank you for that reminder. Teaching is one of those things that it is a fabulous and scary career. You have all of these children looking for you to guide them forward, and they sometimes have their own challenges. And so I have on my board how many get-ups until the next holiday. And I find it quite motivational because I think, come on, this is how long we've got, let's do this. But I also feel that it means that there are times when I'm wishing my life away, because anybody who speaks to someone and finds out they're a teacher usually says, oh, I couldn't do that, not work with that age group. But it is really fulfilling, but it's also hard work. So I picked this, the Live in the Moment, because I felt that it was a lesson for me. So, living in the moment is a concept that many people think they understand, but in reality, they don't. It is subsequently seldom practiced. This is why so many people are imprisoned by their past experiences or by fantasizing about their future. To fully understand what living in the moment means, you must be willing to explore what it means to not live in the moment. When you don't ensure that your mind is focused on the present, in turn becoming fully aware and engaged with your senses to experience what is going on around you, you will instead find that you become a prisoner of time. You are locked between the past and the future. We live in these phases so much that we forget to experience what is right in front of us. I'm not saying that you should ignore your past completely. Sometimes you can draw from it and grow. Nor am I saying that you shouldn't think about the future. Forward thinking may prevent impending danger and facilitate planning and strategizing. What I am saying is that if you allow the emotions that come from thinking about the past and the future to dictate your present moment, you will not be able to experience your life properly. Remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. Thank you.
She's really an English teacher, isn't she? Thank you so much, Claire, for that. We the nerve went after you begin speaking. It's all good. Thank you for doing that. We're just going to ask Melody to do. This is one of my favorite songs. You said when I was really going through my going through, and I begin to question what I can't do. This song speaks to me in a very powerful way. Over to you, Melody.
I've just got a feeling my guitar's gone terribly out of tune.
Don't worry, just sing it without the
So
guitar.
I'm just going to do what I can.
Yeah.
Ignore the guitar to me. Yeah. It's not mine.
While Melody tunes the guitar, you can please feel free if you feel like you need a little thing stronger than the water and the tea and the coffee. The bar is open. Feel free to go and have yourself something different than the water and the coffee. So please don't be afraid to go there. I mean, I didn't provide those because anyway. Please do go to the bar. If you so desire, you need something different, don't be afraid. Just get up, go back. As I said earlier on, the tea, the coffee, the biscuit, everything is here for you. We should be having some canapé, not Jamaican food, not African food, canapé. Canapé. So we're gonna have something. The food is out there. They should call me in a minute and say, is this ready? Yeah, they're coming on shortly, and we're gonna be diving into those because they're all bought to pay for. Okay. I'll go to the yeah, they're there. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, all right. Go ahead.
I just want to say something about you. He came to my university. How many years ago was it? 2017? Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do this program. I said, yes, you can. She goes, you don't know me. I said, okay. You can do it. So you're going to do it, okay? She was like, no. So let's go for a cup of tea in the atrium. So we sat chatting. We got on really well, actually. I'm not supposed to talk to students like that, but hey, rather than something, when you want to move someone on and help someone, you do, don't you? You just step into it. So we just got chatting. And I said, you're going to do this and you're going to pass. She went, I'm not. I said, yeah, you are. She goes, okay, Mum. And it went on and on throughout all sorts of trials and tribulations. But you know what? What did you do, B? What did you do? She's not listening to you. What did you do? You passed. You passed. Say it again.
I passed, Melody. I passed. Okay.
Okay. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say that I know. Every single lie tells me I will never let you know. And I'm more than just a sinner every high, every low. I'm sick of just you, I am need to know. And you say I am loved, and I don't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. You say I am held when I'm falling apart. When I don't belong, you say I am yours. And I believe how much you say of me, of love. The only thing that matters now is if you think of me. Do I find strength in you? Find my identity. No, you say I am loved, but I don't feel the same. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. You say I am held when I'm falling apart. When I don't belong, you say I am yours. And I believe on what you say of me. I I'm taking all I have, and now I'm leaning it all at your feet. 'Cause you have every God, and you have every victory. Lord, 'cause you say I am loved, but I don't feel the same. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. You say I am held and I'm falling apart when I don't belong. You say I am yours, and I believe, I believe on what you say of me. I love, 'cause you say I am loved, but I don't feel the same. You say I'm strong when I think of me. You say I am held when I'm falling apart. When I don't belong, you say I am yours. And I believe, I believe on what you said of me. I
Thank you so much. That song brought me through some rough times, and I am grateful to God that I'm here today. Karen, you're going to come with your reading.
Okay, hi, evening everyone. My name is Kieran, as Denise said. So the reason that this part stood out to me is because prior to reading this book, I wasn't a very accountable person. I feel like this is an attribute that's quite reminiscent in my age group. It's very easy to just like pass blame and sort of just like, oh, I didn't do it. I do that with my friends, I do that with my mum and dad. They're like, well, why don't you do this? I'm just like, well, I didn't have time. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy to not take responsibility because then you don't go through the guilt, you don't go through the regret, and it just makes you feel better. I think everyone in this room has done that at some point, but I've done that a lot. I hate taking accountability. I don't want to take the blame. But after reading this part of the book, I realized that in order to actually be a better person, I have to take accountability. And not just me, like everybody, it just makes you a better person. So I'm going to read, there's lots of different steps in this chapter, but I'm just going to read step 1, which says, do not make excuses. And the reason I'm reading this one is because that is something I used to do throughout my life. So when something goes wrong or life throws a hardball at you, you will find that accountable people do not blame others or make excuses. Yes, it may not be their fault, but they still do not partake in finger pointing. Why don't they do this? Because it is a complete waste of time and energy. And these are 2 precious resources that you cannot get back. Once you waste time, it's gone forever. That wasted energy could have been implemented someplace where the energy would be used more relevantly. So the first step in being an accountable person is to stop making excuses. I've been emphasizing this from the very start because the people that are losing at life are the ones who are winning the blame game. They waste so much energy blaming others that there is no longer enough energy available for them to pick themselves up and make a difference. There is no longer enough energy available to be implemented usefully. My friend, you must stop making excuses and start owning up to your mistakes. That will save you a lot of time and energy, resources that you can now use to your advantage. This is not easy. We all know how painful it is to admit to a mistake. But this kind of pain is necessary to birth a change in your life. For example, if you engage in an argument with somebody and you suddenly realize that you were in the wrong, there are 2 things that you can do. You can ignore your mistakes and endeavor to accentuate theirs in an attempt to make yourself seem less wrong, or you can apply the 3 A's: apology, acknowledgement, assurance. Firstly, you apologize. Secondly, you acknowledge that you were wrong. And finally, you assure them that you will not make the same mistake again. As I'm sure you are aware, trying to demonize somebody else is very time-consuming, as this could turn into another argument. Also, notice the word I've used, attempt. It may not work. So the energy you've expended to try and illuminate the other person's wrongdoings has been wasted, and you're left feeling even worse. The 3 A's, however, will keep you in check, and you can leave the argument with a better frame of mind as well as a clear conscience. Remember, nobody makes the same mistake twice, so it's always beneficial to own up to them and move on with your life. Embrace the pain of accepting your faults, recognizing where you went wrong, and doing what has to be done. If you do not stop making excuses, you will not do what has to be done. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. You know, all of us don't like, at some point in our life, we're like, no, I'm not taking that. It's not me. But, and that's what I said about the book. Every chapter in this book is something that I had to do, literally had to do, because in order to be a better person, in order to grow in your full potential and the person that you were created to be, you have to own up. And enough of the blame game. Enough of that, because it doesn't get us anywhere, because we're constantly blaming other people for our wrongdoing. And they said it takes 2 to tango, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, even that. But we're here today, and I am grateful. But before I go into the next part of the reading, I wanted to throw out, is there anybody have any question you want to ask? Not like I'm going to answer them, but hey, you can ask the question. But if you have any question, you can feel free to ask me. I will be talking later on about if you want to become an author, it is not a rocket science. It's not that difficult. A lot of groundwork, but if somebody has done that groundwork for you, can push you into that right direction, I'm here to support. If there is a book inside of you, which most of us do, not 1 book, 2 books, 3 books, 4 books, we have it. We just need to start writing, start somewhere. There is a start, there's a middle, and there's an ending. So if you want to talk a little bit about book writing and stuff like that, we can do that later on today. Any question? Nobody? Come on up, Michelle. Come and read.
I think I do. But hello everyone. My name is Michelle Thompson. Amanda's been trying to get me to speak publicly for years, and she's just thrown it on me all of a sudden now. Right, so the bit of the book that I would like to read is entitled Interpret Your Pain. And I picked this section of the book because 2018 I went through a lot of physical, emotional, all sorts that there is of pain, being diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer in 2018. And it came as a bit of a shock to me. I just went for a routine check and they found a lump. And even when they found it, I was like, go away. And then on the 1st of May 2018, I sat across from an oncologist telling me that I had breast cancer. And there wasn't much that they could do. They put me on a program and they'll just see how it goes. But he didn't sound hopeful that I would make it through, to be honest. So, and it was at that point, it was like, why is this happening to me? All the questions that you asked at the time, and there was a part of me that just wanted to give up. I was like, I thought, you know, I'm a good person, a good Christian woman. Why has God allowed this to happen to me? And I suppose I can't be mad at God, and I never was. But there was a part of me that just thought, you know what, I'm going to give up. But I couldn't. I had to make sure that I put my faith in God, because God would see me through. And so there was a lot of trying to interpret my pain and why I was going through it and how I was going to get through the other end. So I'll just read this section. The question is, how do you handle this problem? How do you manage your setbacks so that they can instead become something that you can use as a comeback? The secret lies in interpreting your pain. Many people tell you to embrace your pain and walk through it, but the truth is you cannot embrace your pain if you do not understand it and interpret it accordingly. So what is the purpose of pain? Pain clearly shows us our limitations. It gives us an idea of what our body can and cannot do. It shows us our limits, and when it does this, it presents you with a choice. Do I run away from this pain, or do I push past it? Pain is like every other feeling in our body. It serves a purpose in order to help us survive. So the purpose of pain is to show us our limits and then present us with a choice. Choice of either breaking those limits or leaving them the way they are. When people go to the gym to build muscle mass, they experience pain when they first start. When they experience this, they know they have reached their limit. But they push past the pain barrier and keep training so that they can blow that limitation away and achieve their goal. Pain is not bad. The problem lies in how you interpret your pain. If you interpret it as the end of the world, then it will become the end of you. Misinterpreting pain blinds you from what can be. Just like shame, it drains all hope from you and makes you believe that you have come to the end. People who give up on life are the people who have lost hope. But hope is only lost when we allow pain to blind us and prevent us from believing that there is nothing better ahead. Once you believe that you cannot push past that pain, you have punctuated your life sentence with a full stop rather than a comma.
And there is more, but we're going to have another reading, because guess what? What's going to happen? You're going to buy the book. Then you can read it yourself. But I'm thanking Michelle. The reason why I really Michelle to just really get up and just, for me, it was like a declaration to God and a declaration to the world that I've made it. And I was blessed enough to go through that journey with Michelle. When she was diagnosed with the cancer, and I'm like, no, I just couldn't talk. But being people of faith, some of us are, we believe in different things, but we believe in Jesus. I knew, somehow I knew that she was going to come through, but she needed positive vibes. And I have had a lot of negativity in my life, and I've decided if any support I can give Michelle, she lives in Wolverhampton, I live in Leicester, I can't go there on a regular basis, and evidently it was COVID and stuff like that, but positivity. I call Michelle night and day, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know when she had the hospital, I can tell her when she had the appointment, a reminder that she had this appointment, because I wanted to be a part of that journey, because I want to look back. That's her hair. She had no hair. I was happy to shave it off quick, because I knew it was going to go. But look at that now. But God, we believe in something, and we know that there is life after whatever this is. There is life after this. And you don't have to be somebody of faith to know that you can get up. You can get up. You can be and do whatever you want to do in life. You're going to have negativities. You're going to have the people. I've always said, I was saying to Michelle and Karen and some other people, some people just underrate you and underestimate you. You allow them to do so. You don't try to prove who you are to anyone. Don't try to prove your point. Don't try to let them keep their opinions, because it's exactly what it is. Their opinions. So the problem that we have as people, and I find that, and I've decided, I care. Evangelist Cynthia used to say, yeah, you don't care. But I care, but I don't care. So it's like an oxymoron. I do care, but there's certain things that really doesn't bother me anymore. But I've decided, even more so now, that I'm just going to live. I'm just going to live my life for my Jesus and my one self. And then the people that I feel like are a part of me or a part of my life, then I extend my wings out to them. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're on this earth for a reason. And we shouldn't allow people to dictate what we can and can't do. We shouldn't allow anyone to allow us to get up and feel miserable and feel down and depressed. Why are we giving people that power? Why are we giving people the power to tell us, smile, cry, sit down, stand up? Ain't gonna happen to Venice Ricketts. All right? Nobody's driving my car. Not literal car. I am driving my car. Melody, over to you.
Another one.
Hello, that's why you're here. Just sing, sweetheart.
The wind and the waves around me, I toss you like an hound. Way outside, I'm waiting, and I need you here with me. 'Cause I can feel the rising tide, and I don't have the strength to fight. I'm waiting, and I need you here with me. And I call out your name, 'cause you are just a breath and drive away. And through the shadow, you light up tears. I know you're with me, and now it's clear and I can see you. You're alright. You like so much skin, warm to the touch. You surround me, I'm held by your love, and I can feel you. You're alright. And I can feel you. You're alright. And I can feel the rising tide. And I don't have the strength to fight. You're crying away. And I need you with me. There's hope that's rushing through my veins. With everything you rearrange, I am peaceful, I am free. When you're with me, all the questions find the answers here. When you come here, change the atmosphere. Now I'm focused, I am clear. When you're with me, there is nothing in this world that will satisfy my soul the way you do. There is nothing in this world that can satisfy my soul the way you do. Into the shadow, you light up peace. I know you're with me, and now it's clear, and I can feel you. You're alright. You're like sun on my skin, want you to touch. You surround me, I'm held by your love, and I can feel you. You're alright. And I can feel you. You're alright. You're like sun on my skin. Want you to touch. You surround me. I'm held by your love. And I can feel you. You're alright. And I can feel you. You're alright. And I can feel you're alright.
Okay, we wind down from this section. We need to purchase some books, and we need to eat the canopy. And as I said, it's not Jamaican food, it's not African food, Sister Adama. Okay, no okra stew, okay? All right. So I have a few, maybe just a few questions that I was asked. I'm just going to quickly answer them. One was, how difficult was it to name the chapters of your book? It was difficult, but I just thought about the things that I wanted to write about. And then I began to write, and then the name came. So it was a little bit difficult because but in my head, I knew I wanted to write a book of motivation and inspirational. So the chapters just began to flow after I wrote the stuff. But I wrote the book before I wrote I named the books, the chapters rather. So I wrote the part and then I named the chapters. So that was not too bad. How do you feel now that you're a published author? I feel good. Yes. Bestsellers, then I would feel excitable. But anyway, I do feel good. It's really makes me, honestly, when I spoke to my mom, I think if I could take the excitement that my mom had, then I would probably be a multi-millionaire. When my mom found out that, first and foremost, my mom knew I wrote a book, but the thing about it is because I was featured on Jamaican TV, my mother, people that I even, you know what, I don't even know the Caribbean mothers and the African mother, and I'm gonna go patois now. So I will interpret it for you in a minute. I will try and translate in a bit. I feel that you know. I feel, you know, so she's on national TV. Listen, Jamaica TV. She did on the biggest TV here. I feel it after that. She went to church and she testified. My mother has never got up in church and talk for all these years. But when her daughter come on TV and newspaper, because I was so privileged that I went to Jamaica and I was featured in the paper, I was on the TV, I was on the radio. My mother I don't even think I had been put in her hand, but she was absolutely over the top. And I'm blessed to have a mother that supports and stuff like that. But it feels good. It feels good to know that your hard work pays off, because it is not easy to write a book. It is not easy. And sometimes when you're doubting yourself, you know, is my book gonna sell? Is people gonna? Then I get to a point that I really don't care. You know, I'm writing my book because the persons who need the book, they will come and it will be purchased and it will be there for that person. So I'm so honored and I'm so blessed. So yes, I feel good. Not that I'm just an author of one book, but 2 books.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Next question. Where can I purchase the book? Here. It's right there. You can purchase the book there. You can purchase the book here, or you can purchase it on Amazon. If you are anything like me, Amazon takes 65% of your book monies when you buy. So I print and demand, because I am a self-published author. And these are stuff that if you want to write a book, you need to know. Because if you didn't know these things, you just get in trouble. So because I didn't have all the finance to publish my book and then print massive amount of book like other people do, I went through Amazon, which is fantastic because in some ways, because Amazon is all over the world and anybody, what's very nice is when my family in Jamaica bought the book and my family in America bought the book and they were sending all pictures to me. I buy the book. That's the good thing about it on Amazon, because you know you get everywhere in the world. But the downside to that is that if your book is, say for instance, my book, this one is $13.99 on Amazon. When you buy from Amazon, Amazon print the book and send to you. So it doesn't come to me. Nothing comes to me when you order the book. Amazon print it, they package it, they send it straight out to you. So $13.99, I probably only get like £3 or probably less than £3 when Amazon buys the book. Because, and you can understand, because they're the one who printed and stuff like that. So the books are $13.99. Tonight I sell them for £12, and that monies go back to me other than Amazon. But I don't mind people buying off Amazon if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to make the assumption that you want to buy here. I don't have a cash machine, but because you can buy by cash or you can do bank transfer. It's not a problem. So yes, that's where I get my books. The next question is, how long did it take you on average to write a book? This one took us around 8 months. Yeah, 8 to 9 months. Because they're going back and forth to make sure that it was okay. And then when the editor sent it back to me, I was like, no, I don't like the changes, and just make sure all the changes. It takes around 8 months. This one was going on for a little while, even though I've gone through my go through. This was going on for a little while. So I would say this is around 18 months, trying to put stuff together and stuff like that. But the idea of writing a book is that if you have a thought or if you have something that you're interested in or something that you want to get out there, you can just write a book. If you don't want to publish it, at least you know you have it there, but you can be a published author. It doesn't take that much. In terms of the printing, that's where the money is, where you have to pay a lot of money on the editors, the proofreaders, the graphic designers and stuff like that. That's where once you do it in stage by stage, and that's how I did my books. Stage by stage. I didn't rush it. Whenever I got the money from one, I would say I'm going to do that page, and then it comes out. Eventually, my plan is to be a bestseller. And I know when you have a dream, it will come through if you work towards that dream. Okay, so I'm going to end this part, but anybody have anything to say? I mean, I didn't want to put you on the spot, Val. You've been such a beautiful and amazing friend to me, just amazing. You don't want to put you on the spot, but if you wanted to say something, I'm putting you on the spot. That's the point. If you wanted to say something, Val, you please come up and come and talk. And then after that, it's going to be a quick one from the counselor. We never have a counselor in my presence, and I don't have him say anything. We have Councillor George Cole with us, and he's going to say something in brief.
Good evening, everyone. This is what you call being put on the spot.
Can't hear you. Speak up, please.
He's whining it up. Right, okay. I'm honoured to be here this evening, just to share in the celebration of what Venice has done. We've known each other for, I can't remember how many years now, but it would be true to say that we are good friends and we've supported each other over the years. So being here this evening is just fitting, really. But I just want to congratulate you, Venice. I've been through some of your journey with you.
Yes.
And I know it hasn't always been easy, but even to put it in writing to me is a living testimony of not only what you've gone through, but how you've come out the other end. Some people have gone through similar to you that have not come out the other end. So even being here tonight is just a testimony of how good God is. And that book is a testimony to God. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
You've done well. By the grace of God, you have done well. And like you said, you want to become a bestseller?
Yes.
We're praying to that end.
Amen.
So I hope I can come back again when you are. And I'll be first in line to get my autograph. All right, so we are praying for each other. Continue the good work. And I'm glad to share this evening.
Thank you. You can tell them your constituency. Come on, Mr. Cole, come on up there.
I guess it helps if I say good evening.
Whatever.
It sounds as if you have not your dinner. Come on. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. I was intrigued when Denise said, I'm going to do this in Jamaican and then I'm going to interpret it. Now, she didn't interpret it. I was quite looking forward to the interpretation.
So my mom said that was my daughter on the national television. She was in the paper and she was also on the radio. And I'm so absolutely proud of her.
I'm just wondering if that could be my speech. Am I
Whatever.
correct? It's interesting when you are asked to say a few words and you haven't thought about
Yes.
anything. And what I didn't say to Denise was that I had actually intended to come and be at the launch as distinct from her twisting my arm. So it was nice to have that feeling of having my arm being twisted. But I genuinely had intended to come and be a part of it.
Thank you.
And one of the reasons why I intended to do that is I think I've known Denise for the better part of what, 15 years?
Yeah, one about, yeah.
And when I first met Denise, I was thinking, so what does this woman have for dinner? What does she eat when she's on iPad?
Jamaican food.
So we're in the church, and we were kind of taking in the pastor, what the pastor was saying. But then Denise would burst into a song. And of course, she would sing the song in a key that no one else could, because she was up there somewhere. And I'm thinking, there must be a reason why this woman is so like. And as time went on, what I've got to learn is that Denise is several people in one. She can be the softest, gentlest, kindest person that you've ever met.
Yeah.
And then, just like that, she turned a yardie. And then you're faced with the problem of, so what's a yardie doing preaching? They usually have guns and things. And in such an endearing way, that makes Denise such a wonderful person to know. Because you've never bored in Denise's company. She's just got so many different parts to her personality that just keeps you on your toes, keeps you wanting to know a bit more, but sometimes you're thinking, just give it a break.
You did?
But in a nice way. So when Denise had her difficulties with her operation, I really felt very concerned for her, especially when I learned that it was pretty serious. Because I fear that we might lose the light that I quite look forward to when I meet Denise. Because she kind of brings this effervescent presence. And there aren't many people that is able to switch between all those different characters and light up a room. Well, I mean, I don't know how to talk about it. You see for yourself in the way in which she did. So I was very pleased when I learned that she had pulled through. And I learned that through Denise, a very dear friend of hers. And when I heard of her difficulty in terms of being homeless, I thought, nah, Denise won't be homeless long. Because Denise has a way of pulling through. And of course she did. Because she has that magic in her spirit. I haven't quite worked out where the magic comes from. But she has that magic in her spirit that gets her through any difficulty that she finds herself in. And so it didn't come as a surprise to me to learn that she was going to write a book about being motivated and being motivational. Because these are the things that comes natural to Denise, to encourage people, to push people, and to tell people that it is true yesterday has come and gone. You can't do it back. Tomorrow, you can prepare for that now. And the book, in essence, is fundamentally about that. I do wish Denise all the best with its sales. And the truth is, Denise, you might only get £3 for the book. But just think what 100,000 times £3 would be. So it's an opportunity, and it's to be looked upon as an opportunity. And I do wish you all the best. And I know the bestseller is good. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you for being here.
There's a saying that says, if you don't mash the worm, you don't know what's in their belly. And Mr. Cole, thank you for your concern. Thank you for your love. Thank you. I think you probably have a split personality, a different personality. Still love you. But I am very fond of Mr. Cole. You know, we've gone a long way. Denise is his wife, beautiful. She's my girl, my birthday buddy. We have dates. Every birthday, we have certain dates that we go on. It doesn't matter where Denise in the world, our birthday dates has to happen. And I am grateful to know you lot. I'm not going to call anyone else because I haven't asked you, and I don't want to put you on the spot. There are people I know I can put you on the spot, like Val. But I don't want anyone to feel out of place or anything, so I'm not going to have anyone else. I'm going to just have Mel play some music. I am going to be over there. You can come over and get your book if you want to get a copy of the books. As I said, you can pay cash or you can do bank transfer, which my bank details will be on the table. And I'm sure the canopy, the coverings are out there, yeah? The canopy, they're out there. We're gonna just go out, get them, eat them, and cupcakes. Grab the cupcakes. They're there. They were made by my beautiful friend Denise. She is a proper baker. So please do not let anything stay. Take some for your family, your friend. We don't want anything to leave here. So we're just gonna have some signing right now. So please come over if you want to take photograph with the beautiful Denise. We will do that later on. But before we go into the signing of the book, I just really want to thank you so much. The fact that you're here, it tells you a lot, because I had a list of people that I wanted to invite to this occasion, and I chose the people who I wanted here. And the fact that you're here, you know that you mean something dear to me. I have reached a point in my life now that I have no time for gimmicks. I have no time for foolishness. I just want real people in my life. And the fact that you're here, you know. And as George Cole tell you, I will tell you as it is. I just don't have no time to mess about. You know, you're my friend. And if you do something, I'm going to tell you, but you're still my friend. I said to somebody the other day, I will eat your food and I will cuss you, but you're still my friend. I'll wash the plate. I will cuss you and I will wash the dishes and I will turn it down and then ask you if there's any dessert. You're still my friend, but I'm going to be honest to you. And my honesty get me in a lot of problems. It does get me in because, you know, when you talk the truth, sometimes it offends people. And sometimes I don't have any little tact. But I've matured now into a woman. So now I'm using certain tactics that I try not to upset people, but sometimes you can't say certain things without not upsetting people because there's no nice way, there's no way to say it. But if you know me, you will know my heart. I don't mean you any bad feelings. I want the best for you. And if I tell you something, it's because I care about you and I love you. So today, this afternoon, on the 29th of January 2022, I want to thank you all for just being here. I mean, you don't even talk, you don't know time. You don't even get to talk. My South African baby, you don't get to talk. Good evening. I really just want to thank you all for coming. You mean so much to me. And when I went outside, I literally had to go out and grab my breath because literally I felt I wanted to just burst in tears that you would just take your time out and come here to support me. And I know I'm beautiful and I know I'm lovely. But anyway, you still take the time to come, and that is absolutely it means a lot. So Melody's gonna do her little thing that she does, but you see she's sitting there like she's this innocent one. She's not as innocent as she is. Melody is the head of a faculty of departments. Assistant head. Yes, at University Coventry. Darby, shame. Darby. So she was my lecturer at Derby University, and she has supported me so much. And when I decided that one of their modules was just getting on my nerve, and I'm like, why do they have to teach things like this? I know it, but they want me to write it in academical terms. I don't know how to do that, but I did, and I got my master's, and I'm so happy that Mel was there to say, you're not going to give up. You're just not going to give up. I wasn't going to give up anyway, but we just get on my nerve. But, you know, but I just want to thank her for coming. I want to thank all the ladies on this table. Adama, way behind my beautiful hairdresser. Shake it like you know it. She dolled me up very well, isn't it? That's Adama. She is very good. She's very good at doing hairstyle. I mean, she's my African baby. All the African food I talk about, of course, through Mel the catfish. Okay. We got some catfish the other day. So I've never eaten catfish. I've never heard of catfish. So went to one of my places and Mel gave me some catfish. All the catfish we know what is catfish on TV. Went to work, Mel gave me some. I opened the bag and I screamed so hard. I have never seen fish like those. Whiskers coming out their mouths. The egg was huge. So I screamed and I called her. I said, Adama, what in her is this? She said, what is it? I said, something like cat, monkey, whatever. She said, Denise, it's called catfish. We cook pepper soup.
And I cooked some tonight before coming.
Hey, you should bring me some of the catfish. You hear the Africans, because so she said like, bring me them, and I was so scared of fish, and I'm a fish eater, but them won't let me scared. But when I talk about my different community of people, you're here tonight. Adama makes me taste so many different African food, the spice, and it's just amazing. Curti on the back table down there, which is my co-worker and her hubby, I know all the Indian dish because I don't buy lunch at work. Curti will text me, my husband has prepared you a meal. And my husband has tried, our husband loves cooking and he will try something different. He said, bring some for Denise. So I want to thank you for coming, and Curti, you guys are amazing. Claudia is Adama's friend, and Adama's other two friends, and Claudia is the South African baby who thinks, anyway, we're not going to go down that road, but you know, we have this running thing going on. We argue all the time, but they're two beautiful people and I love them. I want to give our thanks for Jessica and Ron and her son. Jessica and Ron, I mean, I go to their house, I just eat what I want. I don't ask questions. I go in fridge, I eat what I want. Food is there. As far as I'm concerned, when you walk into a house, that them are your friend, You don't know if to ask. You just eat food. So I would call Jessica and I'd be like, Jessica, where are you? She's like, I'm at work. I said, my car is not working and I need grocery. I would say to Jessica, I need like bread. That's all I need. I said, I need bread. But from where I live and my car, it's just too much. When the door knock, I have 4 bags of grocery. I said, Jessica, all I want is like bread, you know. She said, yeah, but you're going to want something else tomorrow, and you're going to want something else the next day. So I give God thanks to you. And Ron, thank you for lending me your wife to support me when she needs. Thank you so much. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lexi. We have so much fun and joy when we meet. Thank you for coming. She doesn't go anywhere. I'm Miss Lexi. If I don't see her turn up this evening, I say to her, I will monitor her for 5 years. I would not talk to her for 5 years, and I mean it. I'll see her and like, yes. Val and Colleen, thank you for coming. Evangelist Cynthia has been a tower of strength to me. Wave behind Evangelist so they see when I tell them I'm going to Birmingham. Oh, that's her, yes. Her home, now our home is my home. I go to Birmingham and I'm telling you, I'm there. I go to Birmingham and I come back home like a supermarket because I don't even ask. I just go in and want that, want that. I come up with bag, I come up with stuff. And her daughter, Abigail, has become this master chef because of TikTok. So we don't cook anymore, you know, I just go down and eat the food. Well, you know, Evangelist Cynthia has a mean streak in her. She does. She knows I like minted lamb. And she does the best one. What does she do? No, that's not what she do. I'm in my bed on a Saturday lying down and she texts me, I'm doing this tomorrow. I'm like, what? But I was there yesterday. Oh, but I'm doing it tomorrow. So you know what happened? I'm on the motorway. I'm on the motorway and I'm going from a meeting now. So Evangelist, you've been such a blessing, a sister. You've been everything, and I thank you so much for even coming out, because we know that you haven't been out for a while because of health reasons, but you came out tonight, and for that I am absolutely grateful. I am so grateful. Rowan, when I told her about my book launch, she said, yes, I'm coming, but I know what she's like. She will be in the bed watching a movie and thinking, I'm not going anywhere. She's like that. But I also tell her that if she didn't turn up, it's a 5-year malice keeping thing going. And she came out. She doesn't go much places, but she came out today. Corenda, my girl, Denise, I thank you. Claire, thank you for bringing your daughter, your beautiful daughter I met at school. Thank you so much. Rosie and I just eat it up. We work together. I tell you, during COVID, we did some warehouse vaccine work, and we were working behind the scene, and I met Rosie, and she's been such a beautiful person. Her mom, I met her mom, and through Rosie, and they're here tonight. Maz was my boss, one of my boss, and we get along like crazy, hence why she's here. And most of the people here, they're not from Leicester. They take the motorway, they came, and for that, I am absolutely grateful. Sophie. Sophie and Mel, we do some work together, and we're like 3 peas in a pod. If I am not there, Denise, did you hear this happen? Sophie, did you hear that? Mel, and even, you know, and it was so nice because it's nice to work in a place where you cover each other's backs. You know, you're making sure that, Sophie, are you okay? Because I'm not one person to say, did you hear that this one said this about you? I'll just say, girl, dress up. You know what I'm saying? You need to do what you need to do just to make sure things are covered. Because I have no time to say, oh, Mel said this, or Mel. I just want him to be careful and to make sure that they have the job. And I'm so blessed that Sophie came out and Mel, them two hardly go anywhere, but hey, that would be no more talking to. I wouldn't talk to them, but I'm so glad that you came out tonight. And all of you, Melody's beautiful friends,
You're gonna miss you.
So I was doing this work, some support working, and I'm leaving. I know. I'm the light of the world. What can I say? No, well, you're gonna miss me, my presence there, but you know where to find me. I'm not anywhere. I will find you too. Yeah, but I know I'm leaving next month. But it has been a blessing working with you guys, and I really, really love it. Melody's two beautiful friends or drivers who came with them and support them. So thank you all. You know, I don't want to wait for you to pass on or go your way for me to say you've been good to me. You've been absolutely good to me, and for that I am grateful. So now Melody's gonna play some tune, and now you're gonna come up right up here, so. And we're gonna please start eating. Just go out, get your food, come in. If you need me to sign a book, come over and let's do that. Thank you so much.
The address is on your phone. The address is on
Whichever one you want, baby. Ask your mommy which one. Whichever one you want, baby. Oh, you want that one? Yes. Where are you from again? Thank you. Good talk, yeah? All right, baby. You have to show me that. You have to show me that, man. Yes. No, God. You see, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Can I just ask one question?
A vegan, two vegan. So ask the guy, where is the vegan food? Because there's two vegan people. Yeah. Karen, can you take some photos, please? I'll just take a picture of Oh, wait. Thank you. Who am I signing up to, baby? Number two, yeah? Oh, it's signed. Oh, if you just say I would have write a big T. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna put my signature. Just from So all three members there should be? No. Okay. Which one is going to be?
Capital B.
Yes. ENA. Should be profitable anyway.
Family one.
The horse.
One of them. Like this one. So,
Or RRNA.
Well done.
especially that derby.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sweetie. Love you much.
Yeah, get something.
Yes, I will, yeah. Come on, listen, take this picture for me, baby. Oh. Oh, they get the big one.
Abby,
Cooking.
Master chef, that the master.
listen, when you watch Abby, stewed chicken, rice, what was the other thing she said? She'll try the thing next.
Hey, good.
Try the tea.
It's so good. I was gonna give you feedback of that. So good, engaging, funny, energy, so good.
Well, like energy.
So, I've got some, you've got no.
Yeah. Yeah, put your hands on seed. So simple, that we said. I will, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That one I've just made a mistake.
I was gonna say, look,
Yeah, next one, I've just made a mistake. Hey, beauty, you go in. All right, sweetie. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will definitely. Take care, sweetheart. Bye. Make sure you grab something to go, some cakes. Please do. Yeah. All right. Bye. See you later. Bye, Claire. Yeah. You frightened me just there again.
How's your sister? You can have it back in a minute.
We keep dropping down here.
You need to take a picture of it. You can have it in a minute.
I'm gonna treat it some kind of thing. The nicely.
What's it do?
I will take a picture with you and Rosie. Rosie, you mean? Come on, yes, Rosie, you mean? Come on, baby.
It's a sign book.
Smile. See, I get you to smile. Stop her twice. I love that dress. Yes, details in here.
I have a,
Oh, thank you so much, Boo.
Oh, no.
You giving this to anybody? Okay, no, to make sure, because I don't want to make the assumption that, yes. Spell it.
A-L-E-X.
I-A. Yeah, Karen, can you take some picture while I'm signing these, please? You're stuffing your face. I can see you stuffing your face. You keep going over now. You going?
Yeah, the cake's all gone.
Yeah, yeah. You look at the kid.
Well, you did a good job.
Yeah, yeah, send it. I'm glad. It was more for my peoples. It was more people than me because I know where to get them when I want them. So, I'll talk to you later. All right, baby. Thank you. In a bit.
I'm hoping to, yeah.
Fine.
You stuffing your face, not a photographer lady. Yeah. Yes, I'm glad. But you're not using Snapchat, innit?
I keep getting Snapchat.
I don't know. Mar's not going anywhere. You come.
One of each.
One of each, okay. Shut up. I am gonna earn you two so much. They're trouble, you know, these two. I'm telling you.
Take your time, babe.
Girl, I'm professional. You know when when I'm going out on the line down here, so people practice stuff now we need. I'm practicing no darling.
My make it perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I'll talk to you anyway. I'm gonna kill you. I am gonna kill you, Rosie. I love you anyway. It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Absolutely. No, but they do have certain age group in it. It's between, yeah, and it's upward, yeah. So it's a focus area, and I'm gonna put from you. You sure? Okay. Just you can take a picture. What do you want?
I just want a picture of your back.
Oh.
I'll send it to you.
Is that all right?
Definitely. What's wrong with you, man? I'll send it to you.
The only reason he's been quiet is
Because he's on YouTube. No worries, it's all good. I know. I tell you. Hey, I'm not going to do any more acting respect me now. It's too late, yeah?
Yeah.
No worries, I saw you all today. Rosie, let's give a hug and to bed. Take care. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Anytime. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, my beauty.
I have two. These one for me and one for you.
Okay, you're deciding what to do.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, I think it's for you.
Thank you. No worries.
Put that one in the one.
I'm not changing, I'm gonna call because I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit drunk. I'm not dropping nothing. Oh, let me take a right up here. Let's go. Yes, just for me. Denise is there, and you really, I want to go and impress me. So maybe know so she can't dress. Apart from the riders. I want to cross my master up together. Shut
Yes, my one step closer. Waiting for you, darling, darling.
I said she's a blessing. She is a blessing to me. Look at her hairstyle.
And you look down anymore.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much for coming.
Every day waiting for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be at you. Listen, you have to listen. I never met you. Michelle, what do you want? Oh, sorry. Oh my God. You're just jumping me, move. Sorry, baby. Books. Yes, ma'am.
I can hold you to make you feel alive. I have made you mine again, and I will never do you wrong. I will come the clean night.
Make sure. Temperature be silent. Please temperature be silent. I'll kill you. Okay.
The stars are really on the sea, and I'm high every day. No one to change the world, free.
My phone is better anyway. I'm so glad because I'm glad with it. Come up here, my two beauty. Yes, baby. Thank you so much. Hey, how's the Bible one? Is it Sister, and that's why
I always say the walking is so
I'll get it, no worries. Yeah. And this one is 16 upwards. And you 14 already done with Accountability and responsibility,
money to read and if they want the content go and buy their own.
That's why I can't sleep. I've been alone. Now I keep it to myself.
Don't put from Colin.
My feelings
It's so true. Thank you. Come on up here. I'll call you guys. Come on, baby. I'll send that music to you. We'll take the book anyway. You buy your book already. She buy your book already anyway.
So you want to be in it as well? Yeah.
And then we're gonna want to take one with you alone anyway. Come to this side.
You're better at this than me. Come on. I'm giving responsibilities. I must do this. Can you get rid of that chair?
sunshine.
Go away.
It's not good when you away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can I get my hair over a long time?
Ain't no sunshine when it's gone. And it's always there to be gone. He goes away. He goes away.
I say you all the pictures. Good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've achieved what I set out to achieve. I love this quote. They're gonna tell you, you're gonna give it to me, man. I would wear that. I would wear that. It's nice in it. Oh my God, you're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I brought me up. Sign up someone. My friend.
I would like to send you back to
When you go home, when you go home,
It's all right, my friend.
when you go home, ain't no sunshine. When you go home,
Here I come. I wish I. Hey!
it's not
In there,
good
we're
when you away.
Where's it going?
Ain't no sunshine when it's gone, and it always goes to be long. It's a goes away. He goes away. Goes away. Goes away.
Got one more to do on this one, so yeah.
When he's gone, when he's gone, when he's gone, when he's gone, and I
I'm so tired now. I'm tired. I know, but I'm tired. I think it's all the stress. I think it's stressing so much into it. And then we're trying to get distracted.
Yes, I did see you go with me.
No,
Oh my God.
That way. Yes, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and he's always going to be home. And it's
Yes, man. You're right there. Yo, smile. Wanna get smile. Smile. There we go. Okay. So, look at that man. So come. So you want me to picture now? I'm offended to back. Charge. Let's go in the middle. Okay. Sandwiches. She can do it. And yeah. It doesn't matter. I can do it. Hold on and so. I'll tell it, man. I definitely tell you. Don't worry, I'm gonna get ready to buy your car. Yes. With and without. Yeah. We're gonna take one bit already, so let's just leave it. Hey, you know what? Michelle, come on, I'm going to say how we can't hear these. You come back? Yeah. I'll text you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. You know that's my spot.
Thank you so much.